Yes, let's just throw it. Would you look at this? Snow's everywhere! This is New Zealand's South Island. Day 3, 10th of August 2019. We encountered rainfall. But even so, that didn't stop us to continue exploring New Zealand. And so, we decided to find a place where weather wasn't too much of a concern, which led us to high country salmon. Okay guys, since the weather here currently is pretty bad, as you can see, really cloudy, so for that we might have a bit of a break. And while we're having our break, we decided that we go to a salmon farm to hopefully play around with the salmon fishes in general. Hope we have some fun there, inshallah. I could hardly see any fishes. It's a little bit murky, but I can barely see the fishes. This could be salmon, I believe. I have a container of food. Hopefully this is for salmon too. So I'm just gonna dump whenever I see a fish nearby me. A few more fish food I took from my boat. So I guess let's just throw it. There we go. Yes, there we go. I reckon the salmon could be freaking hungry at this point. And so were some ducks. Anyway, while we were there, we also took the opportunity to buy some salmons. And taste them while they're fresh. And I'll tell you what, they do. Feels fresh. We are going to try to cold smoke as well compared to taste. It's just not as tasty as the hot smoke one. I prefer the hot smoke one more than cold smoke. Now, since the weather currently isn't that good, we decided that we spend most of our time traveling. So we plan to go further south today. In particular, we're heading to Wanaka. Okay. Not long after, we encountered something. The weather turned snowy. And this was the first time in years that we encountered snow. At this point, we haven't really played with the snow just yet. I mean, the snow that we see currently, it's not that thick in certain areas, close proximity to where we were on our way to Wanaka. I think it was just about to start snowing at that time, so we didn't really see a lot of thick patches of snow, but it was really an interesting thing to watch. While we were on the way to Wanaka, we took the opportunity to pull over at Lindis Pass, a short 200-meter hike that overlooks the mountainous landscape and tussock grassland scenery over here. Okay guys, in case if you don't know what our plan is, while we are heading to Wanaka, we happen to actually visit a waypoint towards Wanaka, which is called Lindis Pass. Check this out. Check all the snow. Mashallah, I don't actually often get to see this spectacular sight like this. Despite the windy weather and low visibility, Lindis Pass still remained photogenic. I guess we made it. It is the end of the pass. Although the visibility is a bit low here, the sight here is still thick somber. Snow's everywhere! Now in this pass, alhamdulillah, we get to feel the snow The thing of concern, however, was the weather. The weather was freaking cold to a point where even though I was wearing a freaking winter jacket, I am still freezing cold to a point where I think either my fingers or my nose, I forgot which specific body part, but they were about to they almost suffered a frostbite. But alhamdulillah, I got back to the camper van with no frostbite at all on my fingers, my nose, etc. Would you look at this? As I got closer to suffering a frostbite, we returned to our camper van and carried on our journey to Wanaka. Okay, so we just arrived at Wanaka and we are about to refresh our supplies so that we can just sustain the camper van for longer. One of these. Yes, we coincidentally met up with a few Malaysian tourists here at Wanaka. Anyway, as for our lunch,
show that it's halal. Halal and Tayyiban.
Oh yeah. Oh. I'll tell you, the fish and chips overall were just so delicious. But I should advise you to keep some for later, as the serving was quite large. After quite a refreshing lunch, we began to find a camping spot to sleep for the night. But fortunately, since we're in the town, we thought we'd try out camping in a holiday park instead. Now for all of us, camping at a holiday park is just a huge relief, because at a holiday park you don't have to now rely on your LPG, you don't have to rely on your house battery for electricity. Now you just have to rely on the power that was provided by the holiday park. And that's why probably right now we are taking a ton of stuff. As you can see, a ton of stuff. And also at a holiday park, we took the opportunity to enjoy the hot shower, which is always a rejuvenating experience. Alright, let's go.
Moments later.
Alright, just showered. Whew. To be honest, I felt super fresh after almost like 3 days of not showering. I mean, it's winter, so alhamdulillah, we don't often sweat a lot. But the only occasion when we sweat quite a lot was when we were hiking to Mount Sunday. That's the good news about winter really in New Zealand. But occasionally we had to shower to keep our bodies fresh. And what's cool, however, is that alhamdulillah, that heater miraculously worked. As you can see right now, I'm just wearing t-shirt. Just this t-shirt. I'm not wearing like anything inside. That just goes to show how warm our whole cabin here is. And if that wasn't enough, actually Wilderness kindly provided us with a backup heater which can only be used at a powered campsite instead of freedom camping. Whew, it feels so much warmer this time to sleep and enjoy our night time at the holiday park. I'll see you the next time I see you, so have a nice day, peace out, and stay positive.